Cowabunga dudes, and welcome back to Let's Make Us a Character. In this episode, we'll be making a totally tubular mutant animal for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness from 1985 and based on the popular comic book, as this was 2 years before the animated series. So let's make us a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness character. We start by rolling up our attributes with 3d6 each, starting with Intelligence Quotient, and if we roll a 16 or higher, we get to add an additional d6. I ran out of d6, but a d8 should work fine unless I roll an 8. Or a 7. Okay. Then we have Mental Endurance, Mental Affinity, Physical Strength, Physical Prowess, Physical Endurance, Physical Beauty, and Speed. And now for the exciting part, we get to find out what kind of mutant animal our character will be. So first we roll for an animal category, which is urban, and a specific animal, which is frog. Then we determine how we got mutated, an accidental encounter, and our education, which is gained from skulking around the fringes of society. Alright, now with all the rolling out of the way, I'm just kidding, there is plenty more rolling to come. But let's look at our character. We get a +1 bonus to our physical prowess from our background, and an additional +1 to our physical prowess, and +2 to speed from being a frog. Our species also sets our starting size, which is 2, which gives us a number of adjustments to our attributes. So at this point, this is our character. Basically just a regular frog, albeit one with an IQ of 140, and none of a frog's natural abilities. So to fix that, we are given biological energy, or bio-E points, the number of which is set by our species. Generally, the weaker the base animal, the more bio-E points you get. So an elephant gets 0, a mountain lion gets 40, and a frog gets 80. We can spend 5 points per growth step to increase our size, so let's spend 15 points to increase our size up to 5 to get rid of most of those penalties. Our size also sets our structural damage capacity, which is kinda like hit points that go on top of our regular hit points, and sets the base and variables for our height and weight. We also have the option to buy human attributes in the form of full or partial hands, bipedal stance, speech, and human looks. Basically, a character can be anything from an intelligent animal to a human with animal-like characteristics, as this illustration conveniently, well, illustrates. So let's buy full hands, bipedal stance, and speech for 10 points each, which makes our character more like this, and leaves us with just enough points to buy all of our froggy abilities. Night vision, swimming, leaping, and hold breath, which lets us hold our breath for 2d6 plus 6 minutes. Characters with a mental endurance score of 12 or higher also have the option to buy psionic abilities, but we don't, so we can't. But now on to skills, where things get a little tricky. Our frog swimming ability gives us the advanced swimming skill, I think, which gives a 50% base percentage with a +8% per level, presumably per level after first. It doesn't actually say that anywhere, but that's what makes sense, so that's what I'm going with. Now, an interesting thing here is that most of the physical skills also give bonuses to our physical attributes and combat abilities. In this case, a +1 to physical strength and endurance, 1d6 to SDC, 3d4 to speed while swimming, and a bonus to dodge and parry while in water. Our background also gives us the prowl skill with a +12% bonus. Once again, I think. Basic hand-to-hand combat, which gives us various things I'll get to later, and 14 skills of our choosing. So let's take acrobatics, which gives various skills, including a +10% to prowl if we already have it, and the ability to jump 4 feet plus 2 feet per level, which is important because our leaping ability doubles that. Then let's take athletics, boxing, gymnastics, which actually has a lot of skill overlap with acrobatics, in which case the highest bonus applies, and running. Then we'll take weapon proficiency chain and hand-to-hand martial arts, which counts as 3 skills, although supposedly there are rules for upgrading your existing hand-to-hand to martial arts. They're mentioned, but can't be found. and I'll get to all of that later. And for our remaining skills, let's take Computer Operations, Electronics, Escape Artist, Pick Locks, and Wilderness Survival. And now all of our skill bonuses give us 1d4 plus 5 to our physical strength, 2d4 to our physical prowess, 4 to our physical endurance, 5d4 to our speed, plus an additional 3d4 in water, and 9d6 plus 1d8 to our SDC, and assorted combat bonuses, which I will get to later. And now that our attributes are all adjusted, let's take a look at them. Each attribute that is over 15 provides some sort of bonus, so our intelligence quotient of 20 gives us a +7 bonus to all skills. Mental endurance would give us a bonus to saves versus psionics if over 15, but has no other effect. Mental affinity would give us a bonus to invoke trust or intimidation if over 15, but has no other effect. Our physical strength of 17 gives us a +2 damage bonus on melee attacks and sets how much we can lift and carry. Also our swim speed, not speed, which the swim skill gives a bonus to. Our physical prowess of 19 gives us a +2 bonus to dodge, parry, and strike, but has no other effect. Our physical endurance of 17 gives us a +7% or +2 bonus to saves versus coma, death, and toxins, is used for calculating a number of endurance-based things, and sets our starting hit points equal to our physical endurance plus 1d6. Physical beauty would give us a bonus to charm and impress if over 15, but has no other effect. And our speed of 30 gives us a +4 bonus to dodge, and of course while in water we have an effective speed of 36, so in that case it is a +6 bonus, and sets our movement speed. So out of 8 attributes, only 3 actually have any mechanical effect on your character unless they are over 15. Or rather, if they do have some function, I can't find it. But now let's move on to combat, which, instead of the percentile system used in the rest of the game, uses a d20 based system. We get 2 attacks per melee, our assorted skills give us a +3 bonus to dodge with an extra +2 in water, a +3 to parry with an extra +1 in water, and a +7 bonus to roll with punches. Our boxing skill also lets us knock out opponents for 1d6 on a natural 20, which is good because the standard knockout rules aren't really explained. Characters have basic punch and kick attacks that deal 1d4 damage. Our attacks with chain weapons get a +1 bonus to strike from our weapon proficiency skill and deal 1d8 damage, and we get a tackle attack that deals 1d4 damage with a +1 strike bonus from our athletics skill. At level 1, our martial arts skill gives us another +3 bonus to parry and dodge, and also gives us automatic parry, pull punch, roll with punch, a kick attack that deals 1d8 damage, jump kick, knockout/stun, critical strike, death blow, and leap attack. Of course, it also says that we don't get death blow until level 14, and that our kick attack deals 1d8 damage at level 4, but I guess everything else listed we get at first level. I'm not sure about a lot of things at this point. We also get 3d6, so 12 times $200 of scavenged equipment. So let's just get a whole bunch of stuff, and because our equipment is scavenged, it costs half the listed price, but is more prone to breaking, except our lockpicks, which are contraband and cost 3 times the listed price. I don't know if those two things stack, so I'm just going to assume not. And this character is done, so I guess we might as well level up. At level 2, we get an additional 1d6 hit points, all of our skills go up by the indicated value, including our jump distance, and our martial arts skill gives us +2 attacks per melee. At level 3, we get 1d6 hit points, our skills go up, and our martial arts skill gives us +4 to pull and roll with punches. And at level 4, we get 1d6 hit points, our skills go up, notably at this point our backflip and prowl skills have maxed out at 99. Our weapon proficiency skill also now gives us an additional +1 bonus to strike with chain weapons, and our martial arts skill ups our kick damage to 1d8. And I guess that was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness character. Honestly, I had to make more than a few assumptions during this process. I mean, I like all the animal and mutation options, but overall this is not a good book. Like, you may have assumed this game uses a roll under percentile system. And I assume that too, because as far as I can find, they never actually explain how skill checks work. And that's not just like one overlooked thing, there are a lot of overlooked things. This book is very poorly written. It seems like most of the text was just copied and pasted from Heroes Unlimited with very minimal changes, like to the point that they still use Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four as examples of characters. And I'm looking at the revised edition. So just overall, it is a level of quality far below what should be expected at the time from a fairly well-known publisher. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, maybe subscribe, check out the other videos, and if there are any games you'd like to Let's Make Us a Character for, let me know in the comments. Although I do have a feeling that I might not be done with this one just yet. And until next time, keep on rolling.